Hey everybody, my name's Coach Mike. I'm here to tell you what materials and stuff that you're going to need to start your Amazon career and everything else after that. So, number one, the most crucial thing that you need to get is a laptop. It's not really mandatory in your first couple of weeks, but the sooner that you can get a laptop, ultimately, the better and faster your workflow is going to be if you know how to use your laptop properly. So the next thing that you're gonna need is a printer. I recommend getting a Canon printer. They're usually simpler to set up than HP or the other ones like Lenovo and stuff like that. Try to get a wired printer that comes with that little yellow plug in the back, like one of these, right? One of these are really simple to set up. You just plug it into your Wi-Fi router and then it's automatically set up with the Wi-Fi. If you have to get a wireless printer, you have to set it up. I can't set it up with you because there's different types of wireless printers. Just get one that comes with a plug, like this one, or maybe even the one at the top left up here, like this one. Now, the next thing that a lot of people actually get wrong for some very odd reason is that they buy the wrong type of shipping scale. Whenever you're buying a shipping scale, you're only really going to need it for FBA and maybe sometimes FBM orders. Why do we need an FB? So the third thing that you're going to ultimately need, as any Amazon seller is going to need, so the third thing that you're so the third thing that you're ultimately going to need is a shipping scale. A lot of people get the wrong type of shipping scale. They get the ones made usually for food or the one that's usually made for like luggage and stuff like that. You more want a shipping scale that has a range of 0 to 50 pounds, like this one right here, because it's going to be perfect for determining whether or not single box FBAs are going to be eligible for actually sending out. Because as we all know, or at least people that have been selling for a long time, FBA has a maximum weight of 50 pounds. No matter how many boxes you use and no matter how big the box is, it has to have a maximum weight of 50 pounds. Now I'm going to show you why you don't need this in certain circumstances. Let's say you sold an item. Let's say, I don't know, you sold this items, for instance. How do I know how much it weighs? Well, you could either use the shipping scale to figure out how much it weighs, or you could scroll down on the Amazon page or any other page on the internet that has the exact same information to the product information, and it should tell you how much the item weighs. Like right here, anytime you're doing an FBA or anytime you're doing an FBM shipment, you can see down here under product information or product details, it should tell you the weight of the product, and if you're using like the same box, it tells you the size of the box and all that other stuff. It also tells you the ASIN of the product. That's going to be useful for when you're looking for products but you don't have the ASINs. Now the next thing that we all need, and everybody could expect this, is general shipping supplies. Now, I ultimately recommend just going to Walmart, picking up like a pack of these. These are really good, especially the 30 count like this. Or you could go physically to pick them up too. But this exact box is very good. It's a very good deal. Now, once we have all of those things ready and prepared, now we're ready to actually start selling. Now, what are the things that we have to look out for when we're a newer Amazon seller? Well, number one, you have your Amazon plan. There are two plans with Amazon, the individual plan and the professional plan. The professional plan is going to be $39.99 every single month. You can either pay that with the balance that you made on Amazon and it ultimately takes it out of your account, or if you don't have any balance in your Amazon account, they're just going to give you negative balance until you make it up on Amazon. Or if you want to pay them directly to make up the lost balance, then you could do that as well. The next thing that you do, the next plan that they have is the individual plan. So as you can see here, they don't charge you $39.99. They only charge you $1. But there is a caveat. As you can see, they're going to charge you $1 for every item sold. That ultimately gets taken out all the way at the end when you finish selling the product, but that's not really that much of a problem for us. But the only problem is the individual plan is very, very limited for what we want to do. We'll go over how it's limited. So the next thing that we're going to go over is the kind of fees that you're going to be encountering on Amazon. Okay, so the fees that you're going to be encountering are usually, the biggest one is going to be the referral fee, the fulfillment fee, and some other cost like these right here. So you can see these. I don't really worry about this stuff because I don't really advertise on Amazon, right? It's not really that great of a thing to do. I really worry about mostly the referral fee and the fulfillment fees, okay? So what is the referral fee? Well, Amazon's a platform like any other, and it's going to charge us to use its platform, okay? Just like if it was on Shopify, they charge you a certain amount. Amazon does the same thing. But on top of the professional plan selling plan fee, there's also going to be a referral fee, all right? So that's a big difference from Shopify and all those other websites. But why are they taking this money out? It's basically for them to run Amazon correctly, basically. Or at least the seller part. So what fees are we going to be encountering when we get a referral fee? So if we scroll down, all right, you could actually see how much they're going to charge you per category. All right, so this is a very useful thing that you could take a peek at right here. So one big thing that you have to stay clear from is Amazon devices, because they have a 45% referral fee. All right, that means that basically half the money that you make on the order is taken by Amazon. So try not to list any Amazon devices and accessories. All right, and right here to the right, you could also see the minimum fee that they have to charge you for each item. So for instance, let's say you listed an item for like, I don't know, like $5. Even if they were supposed to charge you like 25 cents, they're ultimately going to charge you a minimum of like 30 cents at minimum. All right. So there are a few categories in here that you guys want to watch out for that are going to be a lot better than other categories. And sometimes they do give us a little bit of a discount. So what are these categories that we're talking about, right? So we have a lot of different categories here, and you can see that appliances gives us a smaller referral fee in comparison to most. Baby products, automotive, and there are some different other categories that sell a lot that don't charge you a lot for the referral fees. But ultimately, if you want a quick little cheat sheet, just go to this link right here, sell.amazon.com, pricing. Just go to pricing, and then it is going to take you down right to here. Okay, that's our little cheat sheet for seeing how much they're going to charge us. So let's scroll back to the selling plans. So under the selling plans, we're going to take a look at the differences between the individual and the professional plan. So one big difference between the individual and the professional plan are two things. Number one, you can only list up to 40 products in your store. And number two, you cannot have a shipping template on your products. All right. There are some automatic shipping templates that they're setting up for the newer sellers with the individual plan. It's kind of turning into eBay in a sort of way, which is a little bit better for us sometimes, especially for us that are trying to save as much money as possible. But the other differences that you could get, the other benefits that you could get with the professional plans are listed down here. So you see all of these additional things that you get with the professional plan if we sign up with it. So we're going to take a look at the differences between FBA and FBM. So the number one difference is 3, 2, 1. So we're going to take a look at the differences between FBA and FBM. The number one difference between FBA and FBM is that number one, Amazon ultimately charges you for shipping and is included in the referral fee when you list it on your store as FBA. All right. So if you were going to do an order with FBM, you'd have to pay out of pocket for shipping, or you'd have to charge the customer the price of the shipping. Now, the only problem with FBM is that the price of shipping really determines on where the customer is located. So what we have to do is ultimately basically create a range of prices that we could either charge the customer or know that how much we're getting charged, so that we can include that ultimately in the price of the product. Okay, so back to FBA. So we could take a look at the FBA size tier, and we could see basically how much they're going to charge us for shipping with those exact measurements. Okay, well, these aren't going to be exact measurements, but these are going to be like the size recommendations for the size tier. Okay, so this is going to be the maximum dimensions and the maximum weight to get this certain price. Okay, so you can see here. So if we were to up the amount that it weighs, so like let's say it weighs a pound and it fits in this envelope or box right here, it's only going to charge us a maximum of $377. But also remember, $377 plus the referral fee, right? So if you're going to ship something out, let's say that fits in this box right here, and they're going to charge us $377, they're also going to charge us, let's say if we were charging $60 for a product, let's say they're going to charge us like $12 or something. $12 plus $377, that's $1577, right? So ultimately $1577, not including the price of the product, is ultimately going to be taken out of the final of the profit of the item when it's being sold. Now, this is the concluding part of this video. You guys are going to have to stay tuned for the next videos that we're going to go over a couple concepts like the benefits between FBA and FBM, how to manage your FBA inventory, how to manage your shipping fees and all that stuff, and basically how to actually start on the dashboard portion, because we didn't get to that part for today.